Well, here we go. This is a special evening edition. Well, special for me. Special in a lot of ways. One, because I get to come on the podcast and chit chat. Two, someone might actually listen to it. Three, I normally do this in the morning. This is 10:30 at night. It's so amazing, our language. And I had a thought. I know what you're thinking. You had a thought, George? Take it easy. I have a lot of them, all right? Well, the one I was thinking about is specifically about language. And let me know what you think about this. This is an exercise you can do for yourself if you want to. Don't be afraid. Whenever you say something, imagine as you say the word, imagine seeing the word come out of your mouth. It could be the actual letters, like the outline of the letters, and as you say the word, all of a sudden you see the word. Mine, this particular one, was brown outline, and it said the, and then all the letters fell off after they got to where my steering wheel is, because I'm sitting in my car. So they only lasted a little bit. That was actually blue outlines in lowercase. The reason you do that is so you can see how the words look. And it's good to practice. That one was yellow. It's good to practice that. And I don't know why those words had that color in my mind, but they did. And now that I think about it, the words that came out, the words that don't have emotion, the word, that one was brown. I think because it didn't have a lot of emotion behind it. If I say something like excited, that one was like an orange color to me. There's a little more passion behind her, yellow. Fading to purple. That's odd. If you think about your language like that, think was in blue. If you think in blue, if you think language, that was in blue. If you think like that, I think you can better communicate. Maybe that's the next dimension of language. Try it. Say a word. That was brown. Think blue. Maybe you could ascribe the colors to them. Maybe action words are, I don't know. For me, I say whatever color the word is. I bet you can do it. Just try it. Come on, man. Don't make me do this alone. Okay, let me tell you why it's important. Important was black right there. Ooh. Okay. I'm not even on drugs right now. I'm not even tripping my balls off. And I can do this. Interesting. Okay, so the colors of the words you use are like a color-coded system representing passion, representing emotion, representing different feelings. That same color could also be for intent. Now, let me tell you why this is another part of this. Another part of this would be do the same thing for other people's words when they come at you. What are the color of the words coming out of their mouth? And if you want to have a good conversation, then you would use a color word that goes well with that color word that came out of their mouth. Does that make sense? So if I'm having a nice conversation with my wife and she's like, "What's up, babe? I love you." Like it's almost like a pink purple that came out that I saw. So then I would wrap that with like a blue, maybe like a couple shades of blue. So she's like, "What's up, babe? I love you." And it comes out like a pink purple. And then I would wrap it with like, "Oh, you know me, gorgeous. I was just thinking about you. How beautiful you are." And that's kind of like a baby blue turning into like a dark blue. And it just wraps around her words. And if you can think about conversations like that, if you can think about decorating someone else's language, if you can think about using your words as a way to decorate the language of other people, I believe you can have a better conversation with people. If you can use the color coding scheme to talk about things in your day, I believe your conversation will be more interesting. I believe you can get to a point where the color of your words that you speak will tell you the mood in which you are in. But not just you. It can tell you the mood of the conversation that you're in. It can tell you the actual the color of the words of your language can tell you the state of the emotion your conversation's in, what state it's going to be in, and what state it was previously in. You can also tell if you have chemistry with someone if you can envision the color of their words and your words. You could also have someone find you more attractive if you were able to decorate their words with the right color of words coming out of your mouth. I think the same type of color-coded system could be used for all language. I think you could apply a color to the sounds coming out of a barking dog. I think you could apply a color to a bird chirping. And that you can decode that color. The colors, I don't know if the colors are the same for everybody. However, I think that everybody has a different type of code, a color, an aura that would be different to them. I think the color of the words you use can be seen. That might be the more perfect logos that Philo Judaeus talked about. A logos that can be seen. And you can see it. If you're listening to this, if for some reason you're listening to the True Life podcast right now, I'm telling you, you have the ability to see not only the words physically come out of your mouth, but see the color of them. There it is again, it's brown. Try it. I am going to try right now and use a set of words that I think best fit like summer colors, like the light sea foam green and a blue. So here we go. Let me try this. That's brown. Okay, I'm not getting it right. Now it's almost like I have this weird writer's block. I should just let it flow. Just let it flow out. Maybe poetry is color coded. Maybe when you speak in verse, it could be the same maybe it's frequency. Maybe the words you use when you speak to people you care about, the cadence that you use to communicate, the way you feel at a certain time. Maybe it is the pattern in which you use a certain type of descriptive, flowing language. Maybe when you decide to slow down the frequency, when you decide to lather the language you use with a softer baritone, maybe in fact when you can use this burgundy breath, when you can use the purple sails to float a word over to someone, when you can fly a kite. It kind of works. I have to work on it. I mean, I think it might be frequency, right? Because colors have frequency, light has frequency, and sound has frequency. So if all of those match, theoretically, you should be able to match up the tone of your voice, the frequency you use to get your point across to somebody. If you want to get your point across to somebody, then you must navigate the distance. You must navigate the pathway to get your point across. Sometimes you can sail your point on a sea foam green, solid, beautiful sunlit day. You can just set your point on your catamaran with your striped blue shirt, the cold cool, brisk wind with soft little dollops of water. Dot, dot, dot. That's your point. The little dollops. That's your point. That's like a light blue, right? Maybe a seafoam green. I want to do the color of rage right now, but I don't want to get into that emotion. Rage. If I say to you, rage, rage into the dying of the light, see, I'm not giving it the right frequency. I bet you there is a chemistry between tone, frequency, and color. Well, clearly there's tone and color, right? What is the similarity between tone and voice and tone and color? How can we see? I can see the language I am spitting out now. I can envision the words coming out of my mouth. If you think about it, it's nothing new. That person has a silver tongue. I think we lost it somewhere. Are you still with me? Did I lose you? Hope I didn't lose you. Because if I can't have you, I don't want nobody, baby. If I can't have you. Haha. What color was that? Color me bad? What am I, the Candyman? Haha, you see what I did there? That's gay. I know. Gay meaning happy. That sounds like a white word, huh? Maybe different cultures have different frequencies in which they speak, and the words or tones in which they use have a different being, have a different message. How about tonal languages? What colors would those be? How is my idea of language skewed? Why the colors of my language would be different than someone who speaks a tonal language? Can I use the different colors of tonal language to enhance my relationship with a person from another culture? I think you can. Maybe if we could figure out the right tone, the right color of words, the right pattern, the right set of tone, pattern, and frequency. Maybe that would alleviate the chaos in which we find ourselves today. Perhaps that would allow us to truly communicate with one another beyond words, beyond good and evil. I love you. Aloha.